Good morning. Okay, how is everyone? I hope we're doing okay. Okay. Sorry. Morning again. I just ran to the loo. And then I had to wash my hands, and then I had to make sure that my hands are really dry. Okay. Hi. All right. Today we're going to tackle the big flower. I'm so excited. It's going to be good. It's going to be a little bit more work than we've been doing this week. So buckle in. There's also going to be quite a bit of satin stitch. So again, buckle in. Okay, so I'm going to use this red color that I used for the middle for this like flower here. Your stitches are so neat. Thank you. And then let's see here. I've really gone off. Maybe this one for the outside. So you've got the outside, these little petals here. And then the inside's going to be the red. And then I think I'm going to do a blue middle. And we're going to leave this ring empty. This one. Are we? No, we're going to leave this ring empty. Okay, so don't stitch that because we're going to leave it. May have done tassels this morning because I thought you said yesterday. Tassels are Monday, I thought. At least that's what I have written down. Do you want to do tassels today instead? Do you want me to swap them? We can. If you guys really want to do tassels today, we can. I'll let you choose. So either the big flower or the two tassels. What do you want to do? Just pretend you can't see mine. I'll give you guys a minute and you can vote. Whoever has the most in like a minute, then I'll just choose that. Because we totally can do tassels today. Charles says big flower. I vote big flower. That's 2 for big flower. Anyone else want to pipe up? I don't care. You're the boss. You're the boss, applesauce. Big flower. Okay. I'm sorry. We're doing the big flower. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to start with this one, and we're going to do a lot of satin stitch today. And then for this, there we go. For this one here, we're going to do a satin couching, which is where you do the couch the middle, yeah? And then you do the satin stitch over the top of it, completely covering it. So it's like a big hump all the way around, okay? It looks almost like a tunnel, you know, all the way around. So we've got satin, and then the satin. We do love you, crafty button. Then we have the satin couching. And then the middle, we're going to save because we're going to do French knots for that. Okay? All right. Let's get started. Okay. Also, the heating just got turned on, so I need to take that off. Whew. I'm going to be like sweaty. All right, so there's kind of 2 ways you can do these ones here. I'm going to do a nice satin stitch, yeah? And the shape of the outside flower is like this. If you don't like this shape, you can always make them squared off at the top, okay? And then do your satin stitches like this, and then do 1 stitch over the top. If you don't mind that shape, then we're going to be really, Jesus, I can't draw this morning. We're going to be really cautious of this outside angle here because it is really small. Even a couple stitches, you know, too long or too short might make it look a little bit like that, you know? So you want to pay extra attention to this. What we can also do if you feel like, ooh, I fudged that up a little bit too much. You can always do stem stitch outline around the outside like this, but it is really, really tiny. So this is kind of a choice that you might want to make before you get started. Instead of having to go, oh no, I really buggered that, and now I'm stuck, you know? So just have a little think. I'm thinking I'm going to do 3 or 4 strands of this. So let's just have a little look and see. So that's 4. Let's pull one more out and see what 3 looks like. Now, how to pick however many strands is mostly down to, do you want it to look like thick and chunky and like luscious? Or, I'm explaining that right now. Or do you want it to be nice and smooth and like silky and like satiny? Okay? So even 1 strand more will make it look a little bit more thicker and have a bit more texture to it. I'm going to use 3 strands. Less strands also gives you a little bit more leeway in terms of if you don't line up your stitches correctly, and you need to add a couple more here and there. If you had 6 strands and you add a couple more on top, it's going to be really bulky really quick. But if you need to add more with 3 strands, then you kind of have a little bit more leeway. Now with this one, we're going to do just like I did for the the blue flowers here. So we're going to have a little angle to our stitches, and we're probably going to have to tuck a couple in, meaning use the 3/4 stitch method. Okay, meaning all of the stitches are going to look like they've come from the middle. So the ones in the middle will be like this. The ones on the sides will be more angled in. But this is quite a gentle angle. And again, this is the time, if you've drawn it like me, like kind of crazy, then you can fix that up too. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Let's put this in the middle a little bit more. Now, I like to start in the middle. And then go left and then go right. What you can also do though is put some grid lines in, just like I've drawn them. You can stitch them. And some people really like doing it like that too, because you can really get like a good sense of like how to angle your threads or when to start angling. So I mean like this. And actually, these ones might be okay. Three strands. I'm going to use 3. If you'd like to use 4, then you can, of course. Totally up to you. What's going on with this thread? It seems like it's every other one. I mean, it is quite long, but it's not that long. It's shorter than the ones I normally make. Feels a bit like kinky, this thread. This color. Okay, so if you remember, the reason that we do the 3/4 stitches is because there's more room at the top than there is down here at the bottom, and you don't want to keep putting your needle down in the same spot, or else you're going to run out of space, literally in the fabric, meaning that you're going to make the hole bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And so it's going to make it harder to put things on either side. Okay, so I'm not going to do all of these, obviously. I'm just going to do a couple because we have quite a bit of satin stitch to do today. I'm telling you. That's just going to have to live there because that's too tight of a knot. Oh my God, I tried to tick my foot. Oh my gosh, the one that you got your knee replacement on. God, I bet you that would hurt so bad. Even the back looks so neat. Pfft, you should see it now. Whew. I bet you that you are. Oh. I'm telling you, embroidery, dangerous. It's dangerous. Okay, that's probably good for that one. Okay, let's go to the next one. And there really isn't a lot of tucking to do with these ones. You could just satin stitch straight across. It just wouldn't have like that angled effect. So it's up to you how you do it. I'm good now. Thankfully, the pain subsides quickly now. Oh, that's good. I know you said you were in a lot of pain before, so I'm glad that that's like really helped you. You know, it's like a healing pain, not like a damaging pain, you know? I really made these some weird shapes, didn't I? But I didn't fix any of them either. So if you wanted to, you could fix them and make them a little bit less of a, you know, like sharp curve like that. Or you could do like I did in the diagram and make them all have a cap over the top. Okay, so I'm dying to do my nails. I love that lavender. This is the pastel one. It's called P17 or P19 or something. But it's like pastel-y at nighttime, but in the daytime it's like boom. It's like quite bright. Okay, and then we have the middle flower. So for this one, because it's a ring that goes all the way around, I like to do the guide marks. in the middle of each hump, like that. And then I think I have 3 strands left over already. So we're just gonna continue doing the same satin stitch. But I feel like because I've already shown how to do this, let's do the blue first. I'll do the satin stitch after, because then you know how to do the satin couching, because I've not taught that before. Use your head, Tori. Okay. So if you missed my musings, we've already done satin stitch. You already know how to do it. And you already know that that's the way it is. Yeah, all the way around. I would use 3 strands again, or maybe 4 if you wanted it a little bit more bulky. Okay, now for this ring here, we're going to do the covered satin stitch, satin couching. Okay, so with the couching we did yesterday, we only covered it every once in a while. Okay, this one, we're gonna cover it the whole way around. So let's poke our little hole. Yeah, and I'm thinking we could probably make it go around twice. So let me see if I've got a blue. And what I like to do when I do these is do like a temporary couching first, like just little one little strand, make it stay. And then I can do my satin stitch over the whole thing once it's in the right place, because it's a circle. So we can't do the covered couching, the satin stitch couching around the whole thing if we do 2 rounds. It's gonna make sense, I promise. Okay, so we've come up from the back, all right? And I've got my thread just here. And what we're gonna do is tack this into place. So wherever we want it already, you are, oh, I'm, I was leaning on the thread. So we're just gonna tack it into place wherever we want it to go. Now remember, if it's a tight curve, you're gonna have to do the tacks more frequently, okay? You can't really get away with like 3 tacks on this. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the tacking stitch first where I want it to go, and then I'm moving the 6 strands into place, and then putting it just on the other side of that. And we just keep going round and round and round. Now you can use any color for these little ones, because this isn't the color that's going to be showing on the back. Sorry, this isn't the color that's going to be showing when we're done. I was just thinking in my head, should I show how it looks on the back? But I think you know how it'll look on the back, because there's no... There'll be no 6 strands on the back except for the knot. Okay, so there's obviously more space to fill. So let's go around again. Now you could put it right back down to have like a perfect circle, but I don't think you really need to do that, you know? Because when you end, you'll just end in the same line here and go right back down. So I think 2 times around will probably be fine. If you really wanted to go 3, you could probably go 3. And this is gonna make it look like a big humped up satin stitch. Hopefully. Hopefully, you know? Oh. Hi. Hey, morning, everyone. Good morning. Oops, don't poke yourself in the finger. I can already tell this is going to be so cute. You know when you just know? Okay. So I've got my 2 times around. This is what it looks like on the back. It's just my little tacking stitches. And then we're going to take the 6 strands and go back down through the fabric. Trying to see this on a 6-inch hoop. Get out your magnifying glass. Goodness gracious. That would be quite small, I feel. Okay. Let me just thread this. And then we put it right back down. Now I'm going to tuck mine just right inside here so we get that nice like solid 2 wraps, okay? Now, I think if we did 6 strands, it would probably be too much. So let's just try 1. Because I do want it to be humped, you know? Yeah, that's all right, actually. It's not too bad. 4 would probably be better because you could probably get a little bit more in there. But this is what we're going to do around the entire thing. So you're going to put your needle on the inside and put it down on the other side. Now, like I said, I think 4 would probably be better for this because you can get more stitches in before it gets too thick. I'm actually just pulling through my tail because I didn't cut it short enough. Now the other thing that you can do with this, because you want them all to be coming from the middle out, the other thing that you can do is do some guide stitches first and then fill in the extra. So you want this one to go straight up. Because I know it can get really confusing sometimes when you go straight all the way around. Yes, we've got our guide stitches in. And then we'll come back through and fill in the rest. Let me just put my iPad up there again so you can see, because I feel like with the blue, so this is what we've got so far. You can go from outside to inside. Depends on however you like to stitch, okay? And what you're gonna get is a completely covered, like, circle. Where are you? I'll go on this side then. Got smug thinking I didn't need the guides for the satin stitch. Currently unpicking and getting my pen out to draw the guides. I do it so much. I think, do you know what? I've done this so many times. I don't need it. I don't need it. And then I end up doing the exact same thing. Kind of gone over the line a little bit because of all 6 strands. And don't forget, you can always stitch the lines in as well. If you don't have a pen or if you just don't want to go get your pen. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I really love this. I think it's so cute. Okay, and then it looks like I need one more right here. And then do I need one more at the top? We'll see. Like here. How cute is that? I love it. Okay, so let's look at it sideways. Maybe this way's better. So it's really raised up off. The back is just like the front. Would help if I moved it so you could see it. Yeah. So we've got our 2 couching circles there. I told you, the big flower is going to be a lot of work, so I'm sorry. But also, I wanted to do it on a Saturday because then you have all day Saturday and all day Sunday to catch up if you need to. Whereas sometimes during the week, I feel a little bit of pressure to like get it all done before the next one, you know? Okay, so that's pretty much it for me. I'm just gonna do a couple little stitches in red to see how, well, to show you more like how it would look. You could also do like the buttonhole stitch for this middle part. That might look really cute too, actually. Just a little like breathing room. Oh, good job. Haven't done that in ages. Like I need to put some red at the bottom because I have a lot of red at the top, don't I? Well, this is where my knot was, so of course it's going to be difficult to pull through. Okay. Let's do the other side. Just so you can see a little bit, you know? That blue looks so good. Thank you. It's like really nice and raised, and it literally looks like a ring. These stitches could be so much neater, but that's okay. Okay. So there we go. Got the ring of blue and then the red and then this little peach. What do we think? I think it's gonna look really nice when it's all finished. So hopefully that gives you an idea. Let's zoom out. It's gonna look like that. So I feel like I need some red down here. Like I need to like put some red somewhere because it's like boom, boom at the top. But okay. I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget, tomorrow is just a catch-up day, so if you can't make it to the live, then that's absolutely fine. We're just probably going to be working, like I said at the earlier live, we're probably just going to be working on this hoop. I've got to still do these here, and then I'll probably work on this big flower, and I have to do the padded satin stitch too, so yeah. I'm behind on my own stitch along. That's okay. It'll be all right. So I just want to keep working now because I like how it looks. So that's it from me. I hope you have a lovely Saturday. And yeah, I'll talk with you tomorrow. Okay? Bye. Bye, bye, bye.